Hey guys, welcome into another portfolio update. Today we are starting off with the stocks here, and first I want to talk about Tattooed Chef. So, during this week we had the delayed earnings were reported. So we had sell-off all the way down to about 15.50 on the, if you get the other graph, the day graph, went all the way down to around 15.50. And I was super interested in buying some more Tattooed Chef, but didn't have any money at the time. And then, surprisingly, very surprisingly, it shot up like 16% in a single day. It was pretty crazy. Super happy with that. But somehow, my portfolio was still down for the week. Tattooed Chef only held about 6.5% of those gains, and Tattooed Chef being my largest position. But yeah, I was quite surprised. Still down huge this week, even though my largest position moved up. So last week we're at 56,000, now we're at 54, so I'm down $1,997 this week. So made a few moves in the market here today, this week. So I've sold Lucid. Probably a lot of you saw that there was a lot of hype in a couple of EV stocks, Rivian and Lucid. And yeah, I sold at around $53.86 around Tuesday, I believe. So somewhere in here. And then, yeah, the stock moved down like 16% in a day. And I was like, damn, so glad I sold. But then it did the reverse and moved up about 26%. And so now it's actually slightly higher than where I sold it, is what it is. But yeah, I feel like Lucid is at quite a high valuation, and I think I first bought back here at around $16, and I held all the way through this like 200 and something percent gain. It was like 250 or 260% gain, and I didn't sell then. And I mean, you can probably look at this graph and tell that I regretted not selling back there. So I told myself, if it has another hype run up like this and gets to a ridiculous valuation again, that I would sell the stock, especially considering and it got down to 17 in here. It was like under 20 for quite a while. So the market cap has over doubled since there, almost triple. Actually, probably at the lows it has tripled. So yeah, I mean, 30 bill to a 90 bill valuation since September the 1st. No thank you. I got out of that one. Also, I do like the concept of Lucid and how they're kind of following in Tesla's footsteps, and also have some of the people, the workers and high-level engineers from Tesla. But I feel like, not that valuation. I was planning, if it stayed low, I was just going to hold it for a long period of time, but with that hype run up, I just felt the need to sell out so I could put my money into other stocks. I mean, if a stock is hyped up over 123%, I'd rather move that money from there into a stock that's down, 45% in the past 8 months. I did actually move half of the proceeds from that sale into Corsair Gaming. So I put $570 into Corsair Gaming. I can't remember what the price was at, but if we come over here, you can see Corsair Gaming, and yeah, here's the price here. So 26.58, and that was 18th of August. 24.63. That one there, $570, $3 transaction fee. So I did manage to reduce the cost basis in this account by a little bit, but I mean, it's still pretty bad on cost basis on Corsair Gaming in this account. My Sharesies cost basis is a bit better. But yeah, I'll go through the other couple of moves that I made this week as well. You can see them all here on screen. So these are the ones here, 17th of November, all on the 17th of November. I sold $680 of Coinbase, or $780 of Coinbase. Went through in 2 transactions. And then I bought Smile Direct Club, and I did it in 2 lots just in case the price was going to move, but I don't think it did. $4.06 was the price I paid. Yeah, both times. I believe it's actually moved down since then. Yeah, we're down a bit. I hadn't actually looked at that, but yeah, okay, down to $3.63. I still, yeah, I like this stock at that price. Yeah, and I've been starting to see the ads heaps here in New Zealand for Smile Direct Club. So, I mean, that's always a good sign when they start to have some international expansion and you can actually see it in your home country. I mean, it's specifically weird for us here in New Zealand. We don't see a lot of these companies that we research in the US. Although, yeah, that said, we do see Corsair, Coinbase, and Smile Direct Club. So, definitely not Tattooed Chef though. Have not seen any Tattooed Chef products in New Zealand. Even Beyond Meat, I've only seen one place that's Countdown, and they only had one product, and it's outrageously expensive. So much so that I would not buy it. Yeah, this is Tattooed Chef's earnings. They had quite good growth. Where is it? 43.5% year over year, but still was expecting better than that. But yeah, is what it is. And we know that they're doing well. They have different kind of accounting methods to a lot of other food companies, as we've been told. If you want to know more about Tattooed Chef and their earnings, just check out Jeremy from Financial Education YouTube channel. He makes videos on the news there. But yeah, you can see it jumped 19% at open, and I believe it held about 14% through to the end of the day on the earnings news. But, oh, actually I didn't mention the earnings were actually leaked the day before. So, yeah, it was Tuesday after market. The earnings, oh no, it was just before market close, sorry. The earnings were leaked. So, you can see here, this is where the day ended. When the earnings were leaked, the stock tanked, and then recovered a little bit of that, and then on Wednesday shot up quite a lot. Yeah, because they reported after the market on Tuesday. Yeah, that's that. Coinbase. I mean, I have the prices that I sold at here as well. So 343. So it has actually moved down slightly from where I sold. Marginally, not really relevant. And I purchased Smile Direct Club, which has since gone down a significant amount more. Probably could have done those 2 separate buy orders over 2 separate days, and I would have been better on that. Dollar cost averaging a bit more would have been a bit of a better decision, probably. Yeah, so stocks down a couple of grand this week. Still within that range that it's been trading at for quite a while, just between like 54 and 57,000, just been bouncing around there for ages, to be honest. Yeah, nothing too exciting. Over to crypto. So crypto's had a bit of a drop. I believe last week we were about 8,800 or so, something like that. And just before that, we had gotten up, the portfolio had gotten up to a high of 9,200. And now we're sitting 8,100. Ones that I care about, Ethereum. So Ethereum actually dropped below 4,000. I have been buying the dip on a few coins, including Bitcoin. I bought at like 56k. Just small buys. This is. I mean, if you compared these numbers to last week, you'd see like I think it was 0.61 or something. So I just increased the position a little bit. Ethereum, yeah, increased that one a little bit as well. DOT, I bought at about. Oh, I bought Ethereum. I believe it was under 4,000. It's like 3,900 and something. DOT was I bought at 37 or 38. DOT I used to buy at 35 and sell at 45. That was the range that it traded in for ages. And then when it obviously broke past that and got all the way up to like 55, I got kind of caught out a bit, and I'd already sold a bit at 45, and then I still had like a fair amount of coins left, but yeah, I could have done better on that, but I was stuck in a trading pattern, but that's fine. I still sold some at 55 as well, and then rebought at 37, 38. BNB, I bought some more at like 530 or so. I didn't buy XRP. I bought Cardano. I can't even remember what price. It was in around $1.80, I think, maybe. I believe I bought a little bit more Ravencoin as well. And you can see my USDT holdings are now negative 141. So a little bit of margin in the crypto portfolio just because of that little dip. If we hit another all-time high again, I will probably sell off a little bit and bring that margin back down. Also, when we're at highs, some of what I was selling off actually got rotated into these new coins that I hold here. So yeah, there was a bit of movement there into different coins. So I had actually sold a bit more off of these other coins. Yeah, sand is doing really well for me. I put in $100 and I put in 50 US dollars, and it over doubled. These values here are in New Zealand dollars, so it's a little bit hard to calculate what I've put in of these, but yeah, I put 50 US dollars into these four here. So sand, engine, chillers, or however you pronounce that, and mana token. And IOTX, I put 50 US dollars in as well. That one's actually down after the conversion. Yeah, so that's pretty much all I've got on my crypto portfolio. We've had a look at these two. Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to see how red my Hatch portfolio is, there it is. Although, yeah, I've put 10,000 to this account, so the portfolio is still up, but only due to previous positions that I've held in there. And these are all my positions held in Sharesies. I could almost... yeah, I can fit them all on one page now. I used to own a lot more stocks in this portfolio, so it has been coming down quite a lot, along with the returns. There's a lot of big negatives in here. Negative 16%, negative 23, negative 13, negative 18, negative 41. Oof. And some of these are like really big positions too. Like Palantir is quite a large position for me. It's down 13%. Corsair is a big position, down 8% in this count, but on Hatch obviously down more as well. But yeah, still sitting at, sorry, I'll check. Yeah, so 43,000 is my cost basis, so I'm up 11,000 in total. Yeah, this is my crypto mining. So I've actually moved a bunch of Ethereum out of this mining pool, and I've moved it over to my individual wallet. I was about to sell it, but then that's when Ethereum moved down from 4,900 or so down to under 4,000. So I wasn't going to sell it at that. So I currently have 0.09, basically 0.09 Ethereum, or around 570 New Zealand dollars worth of Ethereum sitting in my wallet, and I will be selling that back to New Zealand dollars probably pretty soon, now that Ethereum is back up at 4,400, and it seems to be moving quite a lot today. It was 4,300 this morning or so. Yeah, so probably sell that back to New Zealand dollars pretty soon, and that kind of secures some of my profits from crypto mining. I'm also having quite a few issues with my miner at the moment. Seeing stuff like this, low hash rate, 0 kilohash, rebooting. You can see the little snooze icon is there. Yeah, lots of low hash rate, overclocked, failed. And the really weird thing is, I didn't change anything. So it would have been, yeah, just like here. Before that, like, I wasn't really having any issues. There's, yeah, a little bit of this going on. Specifically, I figured out what was doing these gaps, making these gaps and stuff. It's when I changed the fans, the overclock fans. So I was using the, like, changing the overclocks on the fans as like a easy way to remotely cool the GPUs down. And every time, so I come into here and I change the fan to whatever percentage, and then I apply it, and then there'd just be a gap like these ones in the like the stats, just like a 10-minute gap usually. But I don't, I never actually saw the miner go down if I was looking at it like live feed. Like if I'm sitting here just refreshing, these numbers were still going. I mean, you can see it's having an issue right now. That was not happening when I changed the fan speeds. And then, yeah, it just started here, started getting really weird, and then all kinds of variable numbers. No idea why. And I just figured out that that was the fans, and I was just going to stop changing the fans, and I was going to use an external fan where I go and actually change it, like outside of the rig. But yeah, don't know what's going on with this. Gonna have to figure it out, obviously, because it's still making money, like it's still mining in this time and in these in-between bits. It's just making less money. Like anytime the hash rate numbers dip, obviously I'm making less money, so yeah, can't have that. Gonna have to figure it out, but currently have no idea where to start. Usually I just start by lowering these numbers, like especially the memory overclocks, but I've already lowered them down heaps. They're already down like 20% from where they were like crashing at. Like when I do test the overclocks, like push them all the way to their limit and find out what the limit is, and then back them off 20% from that. So yeah, not really sure what to do, but I'm sure I'll figure something else out. Also, I have been giving Flux Mining a go on my 1070. It's just this computer that I'm using to record the video. Flux is actually slightly more profitable than Ethereum on a 1070 at the moment, so I figured I'd give it a go. Also, I kind of want to give other coins a go before Ethereum moves to proof of stake, so like then I actually know how to set it up, and I'm not like flustering at the last minute when I actually do have to move, like once Ethereum's moved to proof of stake and I have to move all my mining operations to a different coin. I'm not completely confused, like I already know what I'm going to do and how to do it. So yeah, I just want to make sure that I've got everything set up and I can get all the way back to my wallet in a couple different coins. I've already done Ravencoin before, mostly doing Ethereum, and then now I'm testing Flux. There's probably a couple others I should do as well, just to make sure I'm capable of doing a few others as well. I have done Raptorium as well, just on this computer, just to test it, figure out if it could actually work. And yeah, I did manage to get Raptorium working, but it's not very interesting. And just more on the mining front, I've just received a 5th GPU, but I don't yet have my breakout board, which is really annoying. I've got one that's been resent. It's one of these AliExpress ones, but neither of them have been even sent yet. They've resent it, and the resent one hasn't been sent yet. The breakout board that I bought from Trade Me is like a last ditch effort, like get me one quick. It's not moving at the moment. It's in Auckland, so it's stuck, which is really annoying because I have a 5th GPU, but I don't have the power supplies to actually run it. So yeah, I'm going to have one GPU just sitting around not actually doing anything. I could try and use a riser and get it in on this computer that I'm currently using, but I'm not really sure if that'll work because this is a fairly old computer, a few years old. It can run a 1070, but I don't know that the motherboard would be capable of running a 30 series card. And I have already tested it with the 6600 XT, and it did not work. There was conflict in certain things because I believe it just didn't like AMD at all. There was driver compatibility errors or something. So yeah, I don't know, I could try one of the 30 series cards in this computer, and at least I'd have all of my graphics cards running and not wasting time, but I feel like this is probably a bigger issue first, so I'll deal with that first. And last thing for me to talk about is my house. So my house, I bank with ANZ, and the only number I use to value my house is the calculated sum that the bank uses to loan against, because I don't ever plan to actually sell the house. So the loan, the value that they use is the one that I can loan against, so that's the only one that I see as important. So it actually went up to 630,000 in value, my house did. So if we do a bit of math, sorry, the other thing I've also done is I've taken out another mortgage top-up on the house. So I've taken out 40,000 on the house in order to invest in other things. So I'm going to buy some more GPUs, a bit more mining equipment, and I also owed 4,000 to my partner, so I paid that back as well. Might put a few grand into stocks, and also want to keep some money in case me and my mum are able to buy an investment property together. That's just a maybe at this point, but would be good. So I'll do the net worth calculation here as well. So my loan is now 377,000. So yeah, the net worth in the house is now equity in the house 253,000, and then if we add in the stocks here, 54,000, and then we add in crypto, 8,000, and then so because I took out that loan, I'm still going to count the cash in my net worth. So, because I have 36,000 in cash, I did pay back my partner 4,000, so that's why it's not the full 40,000. When I buy mining equipment, I'm not going to count like mining equipment in my net worth, because the potential risk there is that it's just going to, if mining becomes not profitable, then the equipment's not going to be worth very much. So not going to include that, but while this money is sitting in cash, I'll still include it in my net worth calculation. So yeah, 351,000 net worth at age 24. I am turning 25 soon though. December 31st is my birthday, so last day of the year. It will be interesting to see what number net worth I can get to before then. But yeah, pretty happy with being a third of the way to being a millionaire at 24. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got for this week's video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe to support the channel. Have a great day. See ya.